What is going on, fan-controlled sports and entertainment fans around the world? Guys, it's a beautiful day. Why? Because this is the Info Arcade Show. You might know me by Info Arcade in the Discord. My name is Jaden Stanley, and I am happy to be the host of this incredible show that covers all things sports, gaming, and entertainment. And so if you're wondering what the heck this show is, let me just tell you right now, it's time for you to buckle up and get ready for the incredible ride as we go into this around the horn style. We're going to be hitting a lot of different topics with me and my co-host, and it's going to be a good time. And make sure you stay tuned because at the very end, you get to decide whose opinion you sided with the most. Who do you think wins? So let's go ahead and introduce the crew. With me each and every single week, I'm going to have these two incredible co-hosts. The first one, you might know him as the man with numbers full inside of his head. He is the guy who knows everything about 1920s football and every single stat you could think of. It's Kyle Stathead Sheridan.
Go Triangles, Dayton Triangles. Let's go. I was not ready for the 1920s. Yeah, I know a little bit. I know. Hey, Daytona Triangles, baby, all day.
I don't even know what you're talking about, so I feel like that's already a one-up.
That's a real team in the original.
Oh.
They were
See, only Stathead can pull it out. It's true.
The brain.
It's true. And also with us is the incredible co-host of Don't Cause a Ruckus, the one and only, the king himself, AJ King KHAH. What is up? How are we doing?
AJ's muted.
He's muted. It's okay. No one wants to hear AJ.
I'm muted.
It's okay.
Who wants to talk sports?
Dude,
who wants to
we
talk
have
comics?
so much to talk about today. We're going to go through a lot of topics, so make sure, again, you guys buckle up, hang out with us. It's going to be a good time. But first, let's talk about some housekeeping notes for you guys. All of you fans, everyone watching right now, if you love FCF swag, if you like jerseys, if you like t-shirts, whatever it might be, there is a spooky sale happening over at the FCF shop. It's store.fcf.io. You can get 20 to 70% off today. So just go on there. The code's automatically applied at checkout. Make sure you go ahead and pick up a nice jersey from last season. They got some new Donkey Kong style Bored Apes merch. They've got a lot of really cool stuff, guys. I don't know about you. How do you feel about the Donkey Kong shirt?
How much was it again?
20 to 70% off.
Well, I'm already on my way there.
Yeah. Josh Makuga says, AJ has a quality background, some good-looking dudes back there. It probably cannot just be the fact that Makuga is creepily like over your shoulder.
Yeah, it's just like right here. I can kind of pick his nose.
AJ,
I don't know
if you just swivel your chair to the right a little bit. Just
all I gotta do is this for
there
the
you go.
show, and then Josh will be like, hey.
Anyway, who else do we have here with us tonight? We've got Dare to Knife. We've got Peanut. What is up, Peanut? We've got Astrophysical Anomaly. I love saying that. It's like a tongue twister every freaking time. It's awesome. Westrum, what's going on? Will over on YouTube was first comment. Good to see you all. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and start off with our reoccurring segment. This is First Up. Each and every single week, we hit you up on the breaking news topics we need to discuss first. Let's kick it off right now.
Let's go.
And let's go, everybody.
That's how Mario needs to sound. Not
right.
Yeah. Here we.
They didn't see the pilot.
They didn't
see the pilot.
It's me,
okay,
Chris Pratt.
We talked about that on the pilot episode. Maybe if we get enough responses and a lot of feedback, maybe we release the pilot like as a later thing for you guys to enjoy as additional content. Who's in for that? I'm in for that. You guys let us know if you want us to drop that. We will. You can watch all of it in its former glory. But anyway, guys, let's talk about some baseball. Because we have a World Series matchup right now. Astros taking on the Phillies. Back in postseason for the first time in 11 years, the underdog Phillies were the lowest seed in the National League playoffs after clinching a spot with a 3-0 win against, you guessed it, Houston. So they get into the playoffs. They beat St. Louis. They beat AJ King Cause poor Braves. I have a lot of Braves fans in my life, so I was really disappointed. Then they beat the Padres, and they find themselves in the World Series against the returning back-to-back World Series attendees in the 4th time in 6 years, Astros. So, guys, what are we thinking about this matchup? Do we think it goes the full 7? Do we think we make it to even Halloween? Like, where are we at with this? I'm going to start with you, AJ. I know you had a lot to say about this.
All right, I'm just going to start it off. It's going to be a sweep. Astros are going to be the Phillies. That's my prediction. Not only is my prediction, it's my hope and my praying to sweet baby Jesus. 8-pound, 10-ounce baby Jesus. I want the Phillies to lose in a spectacular fashion. Why? Because I know it makes the Braves look worse because we lost to them, which I don't care. I hate Phillies. Philly fans in particular. There's just been this huge rivalry with Braves fans. And I'm just not a fan of them in general and any Phillies fan. Sorry, Kyle, you're not my friend during the postseason in October in MLB.
Stathead, what do you have to say about that?
I'm taking off my friendship bracelet for this.
Oh,
how can you root for the Astros? How can you root for the Astros? They've been the villain of the baseball world for like the past couple of like seasons. They stole hand signals. I don't trust
they're not
the
Yankees.
The fact that the Astros and the Yankees, that's what we had to choose between. Yeah, I agree. Not the best. But you know who we can root for? The homegrown underdog. Look at the Philly fanatic. He's so happy. His hips are going left and right. His tongue's going the blah, blah, blah thing. It's fantastic. I want the Phillies to just demolish the Astros. Do I think they're going to sweep? No. Do I think it's going to go like 6 or 7 games? Yeah, but it's going to be enjoyable. The Phillies are going to win because the good why I don't want the bad guy to win. Like
all I have to say is this.
Yeah.
The last time the Phillies won the World Series or anything fun happened in Philadelphia that was cool, there were riots.
Yeah, listen, you don't get the
fans
culture,
don't deserve it.
You don't understand, all right? Imagine if you would that the Falcons win the Super Bowl, all right? Atlanta would lose its mind, all right?
I mean,
so
yes.
Like
but we wouldn't trash our city.
I listen. I got a lot of love for Philly. That's where I'm from. I'm near Philly. I get it. I love it. I love the Phillies more than their other teams. The Phillies are my favorite Philadelphia team. Plus
sorry.
Bryce Harper has a great beard. So why can you not root for the beard? The beard is name one good beard on the Astros. You can't do it.
Yeah, I tried to do that in the NBA once and cheered for James Harden. We all know how he turned out. So.
I mean, Trae Young, not the best hair. He's doing pretty well.
This is different. That's Trae Young. He's special.
He's special.
I think the Astros take this series. I do think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be in 6 games. I think they're going to go back home into Houston. They're going to walk away with the trophy. That's my call. Whether you like it or not, the Astros are showing dominant force all through this playoffs, defeating the Yankees with force, and now taking on the Phillies. Now, there is a story to be told here. Phillies did beat Houston to even secure a playoff spot, so then we know it can be done. We'll just have to see who will succumb to the pressure. Now, going on to our next topic, guys, this was a big one right here. We are going to talk about the NFL trade deadline. It's coming up. It's right around the corner, and we've already started seeing moves happening with Christian McCaffrey going to the Niners. It's already starting to happen. Dominoes are starting to fall. Who else do we think is going to be moved during this trade deadline? I'm going to start with you, Stat.
Brian Burns. I think you got. Yeah. Do you even know who that is, AJ?
I don't. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't.
Really, really good defensive end from the Panthers. Pro Bowler last year. He's young. He was a first-round pick in 2019. The Panthers, they're rebuilding. All right, you could get stuff for Brian Burns. Where do I think he'll go? Personally, I would like it if he came to, came sporting the red, white, and blue. But there's a lot of people that would want him. I think San Fran again wants him. I don't know if they got the capital for it. Philly would probably want him. Atlanta Atlanta could use him. I'll throw him over to Atlanta as well. I mean, you got Grady Jarrett, but I don't know who else you got on that front line. But
Not a lot.
Brian
We're
Burns is
struggling.
a special talent. And if we were already stocking up on picks, why not get some more? Why not? He's a good guy. But if you're just going to blow it up, you need a new coach anyway. Just give the kid a chance to go be successful somewhere else.
Fair enough. AJ, who do you think you're going to see move in this trade deadline right here?
Honestly, the person that I really expected to trade got traded to the Jets, and it's Robinson from.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like that was the two between him and Etienne. Those guys sharing the ball was very hard to watch because both of them were so talented, and one of them obviously had to give up the touches. So I'm happy that happened. I'm upset at the team that it went to. I'm not a big Jets fan. They're doing super well. I think they're going to do even better now. Their run game has improved so much so because Michael Carter, let's be real, wasn't that great. They needed somebody in that running back lineup because of what was going on and all the injuries that they were prone to. So to me, I think that was the one that I was looking forward to. I was hoping he was going to go to the Falcons. Didn't go to the Falcons. Falcons aren't doing anything. They're boring.
No.
Sucks to see. I just hope they give the rookie quarterback Ritter a chance. Like Mariota, great. He's had flashes of brilliance, but it's one of those years where the quarterbacks are stark in this NFL season. There's not a lot of good ones. And I think Atlanta has an opportunity here. They're not playing a big coaching thing. Like the playbook is pretty small. It's meant for like a rookie quarterback. Why not give the rookie a couple touches? So as far as trades go, I have no idea. Honestly, the world is the oyster, as they say, but I don't know.
I don't think they say that.
Happened.
I don't know. I don't know what they. Yeah, you just see how the turns tables, right?
See how the table turns.
Right? I'm not superstitious. I'm a little stitious.
Just a little.
I'm not superstitious.
Nice.
I've
got to say this: the Browns have already written the season off without their quarterback, Deshaun Watson, coming in, and they have not shown. I mean, obviously. They showed hope that first week. They got the dub, but they haven't done very well since. At this point, I think they're just hoping to coast into a good draft pick. And they've got a guy who has voiced that he has wanted to move to a new organization so he could get play time. He's having to compete with Nick Chubb. That is Kareem Hunt. I think Kareem Hunt wants a new home. I think they're willing to try to see what they can get for him. After all, they traded for Deshaun. They don't really have a lot of picks and things like that they had to work with. And so at this point, they're trying to build some of that arsenal back. I think they're going to basically dish Kareem to another team that needs a running back. Who could that be? I mean, there's lots of candidates, but I mean,
Falcons. Honestly, I'm going to support your boy here. Whoever's selling stuff. If you have a player that you just don't want, give him to the Falcons. I'm good. I'm good with my team. You can give it to the Falcons.
I feel like Kareem would fit really well with the Atlanta organization. But I mean, who knows? Like, there's a lot of teams that could improve the running game or dealing with injuries right now in this league. And, and the Panthers might be looking to replace Christian McCaffrey. They're probably looking for a deal here. If they do trade for him, they might be able to put Kareem there. But then again, it seems like they're kind of like moving on into whatever's next for them. We're going to jump into this next topic here as we jump into our entire sports segment. But there's a lot of things happening with rosters. So
I was going to say, the Cam Akers still wanting to trade. That's a good trade right there, Freddie Airmail. Maybe they do a Cam Akers Kareem Hunt swap. A doodle.
Yeah. It could happen.
I was like, what?
I don't know if that's fair.
Why not?
Money talks, man. That's what it comes down to.
Not on the same level as Kareem Hunt. Like I feel like if you give up Cam Akers for Kareem Hunt, you got to throw in a little something on the side with Cam Akers.
It's fair. Sorry to cut you off, Info. I
think that's great. And to be honest, though, I think the Browns they've already written this season off. They might take that trade with a draft pick, and then they might roll that into next season. I mean, Cam Akers can still be a weapon that can be utilized by Deshaun Watson, and they can still make things happen here. They can still what?
Stathead's face. He's like,
oh yeah.
If I'm not making a face every second that can be screenshot, I'm not doing my job.
You're
right?
not. You're not.
This is what sells. Okay.
Let's go ahead and roll it into all of our sports topics. We have a lot to talk about with the NFL. Let's kick it over to sports. All right, everyone, that was Stinky the Gutter Cat, and you're going to get to know him. He is really lovable and smells real bad.
Let's go, Stinky.
Stinky the Gutter Cat.
Stinky the Gutter Cat.
Not that gutter cats stink, but this guy actually does. Anyway, let's talk NFL, guys. The trade, we just talked trade deadline, but there's a lot of crazy stuff happening. Things are exploding, especially at the quarterback position. We've got Mayfield being replaced in Carolina. We've got Matt Ryan being replaced in Indianapolis. We've got Russell Wilson being Russell Wilson, and Danger Russ is out the door. Brady has been struggling, and now on Monday Night Football, we see Jones get benched. Like, what is happening in the position of QB across the NFL? I've just got to say, like, man, I'm just shocked. Did you guys think that going into this part of the season, we were going to see this much shakeup in the NFL at the QB position? I mean, even with the injury in Dallas, you look at Dak Prescott, he's hurt, he's eligible to come back, but with the stand-up job that their backup quarterback was doing in that position, it's like, man, you could see them playing either way. But then they go back to Dak. He does really well after 2-3 and outs. Then he comes back and is able to put 24 points up on Washington. But now we're seeing that we see Ryan being replaced by Sam Ehlinger in Indy. We see Russell Wilson is hurt and out for who knows how long. Brady struggling. His offensive line's not blocking. Do you guys think that this is going to be the big domino effect that's going to really make this trade deadline just go off? AJ.
All right. First things first. I'm going to shout out my guy, Gus. He's a surf animal in here. Thanks, buddy. It's good seeing you again. Miss you. TO Zone was great. We loved it. Great programming. Thanks for all your hard work throughout the season. But as far as QBs go, did I expect this? At the beginning of the season, no. Couple weeks in, yeah. I said this earlier in the show. The QBs are lackluster this season. They haven't been performing to the level that they've had in seasons past. And I love it personally. I'm here for it. All right. I want to see a bunch of new bloods come in because let's be honest, the last few years of the NFL, we've seen the same guys playing. We had Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, Matt Ryan. Like these guys have been around for a long time, pushing 40. Like that's old in the NFL. And you could hurt yourself at that age. It's one of those things where like, I love it. It's great to see Aaron Rodgers out there for like the 13th season of his career, but the man has gray hairs and he's going to hurt himself. At this point, you got to ask yourself, why not give these young bucks a shot? Me personally, I've been calling for Ritter to play over Mariota for a while, and I'm excited to see it. As far as Matt Ryan goes, I love the man. I've seen his entire career. To me, he's past his prime, but it's a different situation in Indiana. He was sold goods that just weren't there. He was promised a bunch and was lied to straight to his face. He was promised a great running game, and Jonathan Taylor has not shown up. He was promised a lot of like pocket time, and that O-line has not protected him.
Collapsed.
It is not good. So to me, I'm excited to see it. I'm ready for the new blood. So let's do it. That's
Sam Ehlinger coming out of Texas had a phenomenal college career. Really proved himself on the field. Now he's, been here in Indy, had some great preseason games. And after watching preseason, I got excited because I'm like, man, like, I don't know how long Matt Ryan's got left in his career, but Sam Ehlinger is the real deal. they're saying that there's something special about him. And now I'm surprised that we're getting to see him this early. I was thinking next year maybe, or the year after, is when we'd finally get to see Sam take the helm. But who knows, man? This could be a brand new Colts offense, or it could be more of the same. Stathead, what do you think?
I think all of these quarterback flopping, you got to take into context. One, Tom Brady's not struggling. I hate to burst everyone's bubble. He's not. He's just. I don't. It's the whole team thing. He's not struggling. What last game he missed 17 throws out of 49. 32 out of 49, 290 yards, no picks, no touchdowns. That no touchdowns is bad, but it's a team sport. This dude still got almost 2,000 yards on the season, 8-to-1 ratio of touchdowns, interceptions. He's not struggling. He'll be fine. All right. He's working through a divorce, and that's motivation, I guess. I don't know. Baker Mayfield, I kind of thought Carolina was going to have a QB carousel anyway. Like, you just look at it. And you know what? Shout out to PJ Walker, XFL stud, getting out there and earning that starting spot. I want to see him ball out. I would love that. I think Baker, honestly, is the next guy to go to the Colts. Yeah. Darnold's done. We're not even talking about Darnold. Baker, I think you put him in a good system, he can excel. That good system is not Carolina. Matt Ryan,
is it Indy though? Because like
Indy?
you would say the same about Matt Ryan too.
No, Matt Ryan's old. Matt Ryan's always had more accuracy over arm strength, and well, he's losing it, and that's okay. I want to see Sam Ehlinger too. I love the kid. Wilson got hurt. That's why he's done, and he also has just not been playing well. And then we get to, I'm sorry, what I've wanted to talk about, which is Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi. I love both of them. I could not pick one for the life of me. Everyone's saying that Bailey Zappi is the next Tom Brady, replacing a first overall draft pick coming in. Maybe. I don't like. I think Mac Jones, if Bailey Zappi balls out and continues to ball out and we ride that, Mac Jones is going to go somewhere else. If we put the confidence back into Mac like we should, then Mac's going to stay here and Bailey can develop. I think it's better if we just pick a quarterback, stop this controversy. It's this, like, I could rant about what I think the Patriots are doing wrong forever.
Can we just say that there's got to be something in the water over at Belichick's place if he's able to pull out yet another rabbit out of his QB hat? Like, if he's able to deliver with Zappi, I am very, like, I'm convinced that there is just something in the water over there for their quarterbacks.
We're the empire. Eventually you just got to understand that you come to the dark side.
Can we mute him? Can we mute him?
What happens?
There it is. I'm going to say this about the Patriots. I think Belichick knows the quarterbacks he can play with and coach well because he had Cam Newton and he didn't do well with Cam Newton. And Cam Newton is a stud, in my opinion. I still think he has some time with him. I'm surprised he's not on the team, if I'm being honest. But
we should have kept Cam. We should have kept Cam. We should have drafted Justin Fields. We should have moved into the future of the mobile quarterback. But old Billy Boy was like, nah, we want a guy that just is a statue.
Well, speaking of returns, guys, there is a shakeup with SmackDown this week. I know you guys have a lot to talk about when it comes to this. Let's dive into Bray Wyatt returning back to wrestling in SmackDown. Guys, are you surprised? Are you excited? What are the feelings you're going through? I'll let Stathead go first since I muted him.
I'm excited, not just for Bray, but this new era of WWE. Vince gone. We have Triple H, and I have faith in Triple H because you saw NXT in its glory day. That was Triple H's baby, and it was good. And now he's in charge of the whole kit and caboodle. Bray Wyatt, a creative mind, one of the best storytellers, I think, in wrestling history. He's up there. He can really make you fall in love with the character that he's playing. And now it looks like it's all culminating. You get Sister Abigail Bray, you get The Fiend, and now it's culminating to this weird. I can't wait to see where it goes. I didn't know when. I knew he was going to come back because people wanted Bray, and if people want you that badly, you're going to come back. Did I buy into the AEW hype a little bit? I won't lie, but nothing happened, and eventually you're just like, all right, well, I'll just wait. as soon as Vince was gone, I was like, okay, Bray's coming back now because it's a new place. I think they're going to do him right. You know, they did that character so dirty twice. 2 different characters of Bray. They did dirty. Let's not forget Hell in a Cell versus Seth Rollins, right? Let's not forget that train wreck. Or the last WrestleMania with the giant Jack in the Box. You can do him right. You can make him a star. But I'm excited because I feel like now is the time that he's going to actually get that push. And I'm just excited to see it.
AJ.
All right. Now, this is normally where I'll tell you how you're wrong. And you're wrong. Because Bray Wyatt coming back is great for wrestling in general. But it's not the biggest comeback in wrestling history or like this century or whatever. It's great for WWE. But as much as everyone keeps telling me that we should be excited for what Triple H is doing and Vince McMahon is over and all this, it's still, at the end of the day, WWE. As much as we're going to talk about how Vince McMahon isn't there, he is still his father-in-law. His daughter is still there. Like, there's so many things that Vince has control over that people don't realize. It's astounding. Not only that, let's look at how much has changed since Triple H is there. Who's the Universal Champion still? Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns hasn't lost. It's the same predictable storyline over and over again. Now, the reason why so many fans in wrestling love AEW, it's because it's indie wrestling. It's because they're giving attention to people that normally wouldn't get the attention. And they still do that in AEW Dark. They bring in indie wrestlers from the towns that they come in to go wrestle against other guys and give them more time, potentially get them over. And if they do, we've seen this already hundreds of times with AEW. They've signed indie talent and brought them up. Now, WWE doesn't do that. They only do that once they get attention somewhere else. Like MJF. MJF was told hundreds of times he can't go on WWE. Now everybody loves MJF and wants him on WWE because they think he's the best. It's just one of those things where, like, I get there's this expectation, and Bray Wyatt is great. He's a very amazing, like, he's a creative wrestler, one of the most creative wrestlers I've seen in WWE in a long time. So I'm going to keep my expectations low because I'm worried that, like Stathead said, they're going to do him dirty for a 3rd time in a row. I don't think Roman Reigns is going to lose that Universal Championship or whatever they're calling it now because it's 2 belts in one for some strange reason. I don't know why they had 2 different belts for each brand. I think that's dumb, but hey, whatever.
That's been a thing for years now. They keep saying 1 championship, but we split it again. Whoa.
If Roman Reigns loses his title to Bray Wyatt and he hasn't retired, that's one thing. Until then, I'm still going to be going AEW. There's a lot more things that I like going on there. I still think that as much as Triple H is the new guy, I still think it's same old company, just new colors.
Interesting. I'm reading these comments and just going through all this stuff. Peanut is just going off. So if you want to read those comments, AJ, you have fun.
It's okay. I don't need to read it.
You guys know, like, for me, I really don't know a whole lot about the wrestling spectrum that you guys all experience. But I will say that, I mean, to say that this is the greatest comeback of all time, no. We've seen some great comebacks in previous, years. And so
MJF was arguably better. I have to say this. Him dipping out for like 2 months and coming back to AEW, in my opinion, was a little better than Bray Wyatt. But hey,
Ifo, what's your favorite wrestling division?
One time. All right, moving on. We're gonna go into our next segment, which is going to cover gaming and entertainment. So we covered video games and streaming content that's happening right now. We're going to start off with some video games. We've got a lot of new releases that have just come out this past week or are coming out this week. Bayonetta just dropped today. Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope on Nintendo Switch dropped last Friday with raving reviews. Call of Duty has released their campaign. Multiplayer comes out this Friday. And guys, like, I've got to say there is a lot of cool things happening in gaming, but this is just the start of it as we're going into the holiday season. So what has your eye in terms of new releases? Are there any video games on your radar? Have you guys played any of these titles or looked into anything?
All right.
You go ahead.
I know that Stathead's gonna go off on a lot of things, but it's close to the holiday season. There's a lot of new video games coming out. I just got Gotham Knights. Been loving it. I
Great release, co-op play too. My friends have been trying to get me on to play it, so I'm gonna try it here soon.
I haven't been able to get co-op to work, but like if I had 3 friends that like wanted to play, I'd love that. As far as that goes, I'm excited to see the new Harry Potter game. That looks pretty dope. But I've been playing Cyberpunk a lot. It's been fun. Just redid that. Now I'm doing it on super hard mode, trying to do the secret ending.
And since they've done all those bug fixes, it still feels like a new game. Like they just, I've got to say, I just played through the Call of Duty Modern Warfare campaign. It's gotten a lot of bad reviews on IGN and Kotaku, and I say, forget that noise because like it's solid. I felt like I was experiencing a movie, which is what I want when I play those kind of action games. Story could have been a little bit better, but the action, the suspense, the stealth side of it was super fun. I love that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, I'm hoping to dive into Gotham Knights, and I can't wait to jump into the COD multiplayer this weekend. Stathead, what are you playing these days?
So what am I playing? I'm playing old games. I'm playing GameCube games, but you know what I'm excited for that is relatively fresh and connected to what I'm playing? That's GameCube games coming to the Switch. There's rumors, there's speculation. It's the next console that's got to fall on to the Switch. And if we get like that full library of GameCube games on the Switch, insane.
Yeah,
I would love that. Also, just hearing you describe the new Call of Duty, there's a little bit of like that old geezer in me of like, I remember back in Blops days when they released the campaign and multiplayer and zombies on one disc. You didn't need to wait. It was all there. They're releasing multiplayer after the campaign. Is it even like, what?
Yeah. It happens now.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
Yeah, I mean, so it was a pre-order bonus. You could jump into the campaign a week early is what it is. Technically, the game doesn't launch until Friday.
And gamers have the audacity to complain about NFTs.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, listen, we've all hated paywalls for a while now. I will say, Mario Rabbids, I was playing through the first one, and then it just is a good fun time. And so I'm excited that they got the second one coming out. I didn't even look at it yet, but like,
yeah, the new one just came out. It's got really great reviews out the gate. Like Ubisoft knows what they're doing with that.
Ubisoft.
So let's go over to some streaming media because there's a lot of news. There's a lot of news to cover. We had 2 comic books go head to head yesterday. We had Marvel strike first that morning with an Ant-Man trailer for Quantumania. It looks awesome. I am very excited to like dive into this new like quantum realm, and like it just, the trailer even had these eerie vibes to it. And so I'm excited to see like the direction that they take this series. But I've got to say, like, I do think the other announcement kind of stole the thunder. But first, before we get to that, like, what do you guys think about the new Quantumania trailer? Are you guys excited about it? Is it something you want to go see in theaters? Or is it something you're going to wait to see when it arrives on streaming platforms? What's your take on it?
I never thought I'd be this guy, but I'm going to be this guy right now. It's more of the same. Like, I get it, and I'm happy for those that are excited to see Ant-Man, but I got such burnout from Endgame that I'm just like, all these Marvel shows and movies, I'm just like, guys, you got to stop. Let me breathe. All right, you put me on a roller coaster, and you keep throwing haymakers. You got to stop for like a year, like just 1 year where there's no new Marvel releases, because they be planning all of this for years. They're like, we're going to release 12 movies and 6 shows in 2024. And I'm like, why?
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
haven't even seen WandaVision yet because I'm just like, I can't breathe, guys.
yeah. WandaVision is, to me, one of the better. That one and Loki are one of the two better shows that they've released. Most of the shows they've released have been like at par or subpar at best. Like they're
She-Hulk
not
was
the same.
not a good ending.
Yeah, they're like compared to what we experienced with the last dive into the Avengers with the in-game saga. Like it was the closure of 17 years of content, and now they're just spitting out stuff, and it's not necessarily all good. So I agree with you there, but I will say Ant-Man was, to me, so far the most promising thing I've seen in a while from Marvel. So we'll see what happens. I'll probably see it in theaters because I love a good day out at the theater, get some popcorn, some candy, a big movie on a big screen, loud sound. Like, I dig it. But can I tell you that there was a movie that just came out this weekend, Black Adam from DC, and out of that, we got this new announcement yesterday in competition with Ant-Man. And we've got to talk about this because I feel like this news just totally swept Ant-Man under the rug. Guys, it's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. He's back. Henry Cavill is returning to the role. And I never thought that this was going to happen. I thought there was bad beef and that it was never going to come to fruition. And somehow they've been able to manage it. And he's back wearing his amazing red cape and blue suit and ready to save the day yet again. AJ, what did you think when you saw this news on Twitter yesterday?
I thought it was, first of all, it was great. I was clapping when I first saw it. But I think this is a good opportunity because, like you said, Stathead, I feel like Marvel is getting old. They had up to when Iron Man died planned out, Endgame planned out. They had all that planned out, wrapped well. Now I feel like they're just grasping at strings. They're taking comic books that are old and trying to revamp them and fit it into the new universe that they've created. I'm sorry, Ragnarok to me wasn't that great because they took World War Hulk and what could have been an amazing movie focused on the brutality of fighting and Gladiator and Hulk becoming a king, having a son. And now they just kind of sweep that into She-Hulk's ending, which was really bad. I'm still going to say it's bad. Black Adam, though, now having said that, people still love comic book movies, but they're tired of Marvel ones. So now this is an opportunity for DC to come in and do what they did right. Now, this is the cool part is Walter Hamada, the guy who was leading DC and kind of messed up the whole Snyderverse situation, he got kicked out. And that's one of the reasons, and The Rock was a big reason behind that. One of the reasons why Henry Cavill returned was because Walter Hamada left. So now we have the opportunity of bringing back another DCEU that's focused around what was supposed to happen in the real Justice League, the Snyderverse one, the 5-hour long one that's totally worth it if you watch it all the way through. Yeah, I've watched it so many times. It's great. I'm excited. I think this is great. I hope Ben Affleck returns. Ezra Miller can get replaced in the Flashpoint movie, and that's those are my thoughts.
So I didn't even know that there was drama. I didn't even know that Henry left. I thought he was just always Superman, and so it was a nice surprise. It was like, huh? Oh, okay. I'll tell you, I'm not gonna go see Black Adam, and I'll tell you why. It's because Dwayne Johnson does not act. He just goes up and he's himself. And in the movies that I've seen him in, that's what he's been. I want to see him do something so out of left field.
Kind of like Chris Pratt.
Kind of like Chris Pratt. Just put him in some wild
Ryan Reynolds,
out of left field guy.
People pigeon cast and pigeonhole people. Oh, it's weird how.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying
over and over again.
If there's 4 separate movies where he's in a jungle wearing a tan outfit, talking about we got to get through, It's this. It's give me a dramatic role.
Okay.
I really want to see.
All right.
I want someone to push.
Can we mute Stathead again? We got another redheaded.
You got on a
white
whole
guy.
spiel about how much you love it. I disagree with you. You got to mute me.
Here's the thing,
because I got a reason why I love the movie. All right.
I'm not
This
saying
is one
it's
of the
bad.
first
I'm saying
movies.
I'm not
it's
seeing
a good movie. You should see it, and I'll tell you why.
I don't
Because you're
want
wrong.
to.
You're wrong though.
I didn't even
Yes,
get
it
to the
is
other
The Rock.
stuff.
Okay. Yes, it is The Rock being
It's
The
just-
Rock for Rock's sake at
It's just The
points.
Rock.
But the thing that I actually really enjoyed Black Adam, and the reason why it's because it's one of the first movies that I've seen that actually shows like a lot of Middle Eastern culture. And a lot of people are going to say, no, it's not great. It's not that, it's violence for violence sake. And like, yeah, totally. But for me, somebody who's part Iranian, and all the stuff that's going on in Iran right now, by the way, I stand with Iranian women. It's kind of something cool to see, like a Middle Eastern character be the forefront of it, having Egyptian actors be the main actors and actresses behind it, the antagonists, the love interest, even the little kid of it is like, they're not Egyptian or whatever, but they're from Kandak in this, which is like a Middle Eastern country in DC. I loved it. I thought it was great. I think it's one of those things that needs to be seen by all because it gives you guys an idea and a feeling what it's like to be Middle Eastern with what's going on in the country right now.
I'll say this. Go see it to form an opinion. I'm not going to go see it because I don't want to.
Here's my thing. The reason I wouldn't see it.
Just saying.
The reason
saying.
The reason I wouldn't see it was solely on the track record of DC shows and movies as of late. But I'm still going to go see it because now I feel like Henry Cavill returning gives me some hope with DC. Is that with the disappointment that we've been experiencing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, maybe DC could start making a play at that and start seeing some success themselves. But enough of comic books and movies and things like that. Guys, what shows are you guys up to on these days? Like, what are you guys watching on your streaming networks?
I don't know.
I've got a few that have just wrapped up. We've got House of Dragon, Rings of Power. Both were really great. They both are done now for the season.
So they're done, yeah.
Unfortunately, like I feel like we're just actually getting somewhere in both of those series, and then it just kind of like dropped off the face of the earth for whoever knows how long. Andor has been pretty solid. They've only got a couple more episodes, but what else are you guys streaming these days?
Well, BattleBots for starters. Listen, if you're like me and you just want a random collection of things that you didn't know you wanted and it's there, Discovery Plus. It's got everything you didn't know you wanted. Kesha has a ghost hunting show. Did you know that? I didn't. And for some reason, it's hilarious. But BattleBots, I want to catch up. I want to get all the way to season 7, and then we're going to be in modern day BattleBots. It's so, if you're a nerd, you like engineering, you just want to see robots kick the absolute, like, just beat each other, watch BattleBots. Another one that a friend got me on, it's a really cute show. I like it. It's on Netflix. It's called Dead End, The Paranormal Park. It is a show where 2 kids work at a haunted theme park, and it's very progressive. It's very accepting. It's very representative for the same reasons that, you know, you like Black Adam because you felt seen. This will do that for a lot of people, especially in the LGBTQIA community. You'll feel very seen. Go give it a watch. Those are the 2 that I can name you because I don't watch a lot.
AJ, what are you watching now with the absence of, I know you were watching Rings of Power. I know you were watching House of Dragons, and now both of those are done. So what are you looking to watch kind of in this lull, I should say?
Anything. I'm watching nothing right now. I watched the Cyberpunk Edge Runner series, but that lasted half a day. So I'm open. Fans, tell me. I will do this. You're wrong again, Stathead. Don't go to Discovery Plus. Screw Discovery Plus. They are killing every DC and HBO Max series because of that merger. So I don't personally want to watch Kesha go ghost hunting. That sounds terrible to me.
Terrible,
I'd rather watch
it's
Teen
funny.
Titans or Doom Patrol.
I can't. I'm not gonna defend
personally.
Discovery Plus here because that's a really good point.
Screw Discovery Plus.
Yeah, hit us up on Twitter, guys. At Real Info Arcade, at Stathead, at King Call.
I'm not at Stathead.
Oh, you're not at
that's Pro
Stathead
Football
anymore?
References Stathead.
What?
That's the subscription service.
Oh, okay.
I'm
That's fine.
KS Realm Kyle.
Tweet at us. Let us know what you're watching. What are we missing out on? Is it ghost hunting with Kesha? I highly doubt that, but there's got to be some good television out there.
Someone out there is.
Andor has been phenomenal. Andor has been incredible. I'm all caught up on For All Mankind. That was really good too. So, moving on, let's go into fantasy sports. Now,
let's go.
This is just our time of the show where we just talk crap to each other about what's happening in our own league and what's happening around the NFL in general in terms of guys to watch for. I gave Stathead his first win of the season.
And then I got a second one.
And then he got another one.
I'm not in last place anymore, baby.
Dude, I'm proud of you, man. Like, you're really making a comeback. This week was bye week for me. I have half of the entire Buffalo Bills roster. And so I knew this was going to come. I knew this was inevitable. But without the Buffalo Bills, my team sucks. I'll be honest. And I was able to pull off a win in one of our two leagues together. The other one, I got destroyed by Harry Dog. Shout out Harry Dog. Congrats on your win. But, like, come play me on a real week when I've got my team and Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen go to town on you. Freddie beat Stathead. Good for you, Freddie. Proud of you, buddy. AJ, what happened with your lineups this week? How'd you do? How'd you fare?
I won 1 and I lost 1. So I'm happy. The league that we pay money in and you don't want to be last place in because you have to either retake the SATs or go stay in a Waffle House for 24 hours or dress up as a unicorn and sell lemonade. Yeah, I don't want to do any of that. And I was in last place for a while. So I am now like jumping to 5th place, it looks like. So I'm happy.
No, you're not 5th place.
I'll be honest.
Dude,
I will totally.
I
am.
If I lose that league
right now, but look at the standings and who won this week. Once that is taken into consideration,
you're tied for 5th.
I'm gonna be in like 5th place. That is a huge jump, though. You're upset. I can see it in your face.
I'll say if I take last, I'm definitely doing the unicorn thing because that would be way easier than the other two options.
Yeah, agreed. Hard agreed.
Freddie says he would like to retake the SAT.
Dude, why?
I don't have anything to say.
Too, because that's
testament to Freddie. That man is all brain.
I took it. I'm out of here.
Finish it up.
I do like that. I do like the A, B, C, D.
You got a 6.
D, A, C, B, A.
And the lowest SAT score of all time goes to.
Just ruins a high school's like SAT scores just because you took it with their class. Just like.
Let's bring all their standardized testing down right now.
That's right.
Let's go.
All right, guys, this is coming up on the end of our show. We have one more big topic. This week is a really fun one, but we're about to go into our segment called The Boss Battle. It is the final showdown between the three of us where we go head-to-head on a topic and what we believe is right. We all have differing opinions, but we need you guys to side with us to determine who's going to be the winner in a poll that we're going to do at the very end. And today's boss battle topic is the Bowl Championship Series Top 25. Who is your standouts? Who is your top 4 that are going to make it to the college football playoff? We've got a lot of crazy names on that board. People I didn't expect, but Stathead, who's standing out to you? I want to know.
I definitely didn't have to re-pull up the standings. Because like I 4 teams. First of all, Texas. No, not Texas. Forget Texas. Tennessee. That's who it is. They just dropped 65 points, and that wins my heart. I love offenses that go doki doki. They are balling. I always got to go Alabama. I've kind of become an Alabama fan because of the Patriots. Just a little bit, just a smidgen. They funnel players to us.
Hey, what do you drive by chance? A bandwagon?
Yes.
Yeah.
He'll be an Apes fan next year.
Freddie says, they dropped 65 on UT Martin.
Yeah, but still exciting. And then for my other two, just because chaos and also I don't follow college football, I'm gonna go Oregon and I'm gonna go with TCU. I like Bo Nix. I'm a Bo Lever. I also just like that they're called the Ducks. I think that's the best name. I think they got cool uniforms. So you know what? I'm going to say it now. You can hold me to this, audience. Oregon Ducks are going to win the national championship.
Oh God! What are you going to wager if they lose?
I don't have anything to wager. I've lost everything.
Okay. AJ, you go. What do you
dress
think?
Up as a duck.
Top 25. Who you got as your 4 making it to the college football playoff as of week 9?
Georgia definitely gonna make it. They're number 1.
Oh
yeah. I want to say Georgia Tech, but there's no chance. They're not even in it. I don't think. Yeah. But probably I'll say TCU just because Liv Moods has been hyping them and they've been doing really well. So I'll go with them. I don't know, probably Ohio State. Yeah. That seems like a good guess all the time. And then there's always you never know. There's always Illinois that could sneak in or Michigan, but it's probably going to be I'll go Georgia, Tennessee, Ohio State, and TCU.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and solidify Georgia as a number 1 candidate. They've solidified themselves.
They have to.
From the get-go, unless there's some crazy bad day upset that happens from
just wrong.
I think Georgia's there for sure. Now, jury's still out on Ohio State. I think Michigan stays in this race. I think they still are there. Tennessee, man, I know they beat Bama, but you have to do more than just beat Bama. They've got to hold off in the SEC. It is a lot though, but they got to hold off. I hope that they do, because I would love to see the commish really happy to see his alma mater in the college football playoff. So Georgia, I got Michigan, I got Tennessee, and I am gonna say that my boys at TCU get in too. I'm a huge TCU fan.
I'm glad we all agree on TCU.
So TCU. Their quarterback, Duggan, is incredible. He's a great scrambling quarterback. He can also throw the long bomb. Dude, for real, if he doesn't get drafted, I know who I'm DMing. I'm just like, yo,
get on.
You ever heard of the fan controlled football? Anyway, but no. Yeah, I'm a board ape, but that's besides the point. He's gonna be great on any team. Because Duggan is incredible. Literally, when I watch him scramble, I'm thinking, wow, if this was on a 50-yard field, he would just absolutely decimate people because he's scrambling for 20-yard runs and making great passes. He's able to move about in the pocket. And I'm like, dude, this guy does what Johnny Manziel does whenever he's facing a rush. He just gets out of the pocket and runs the ball for 20 yards. That's what Johnny Manziel does in his FCF. So I think TCU's got a shot. Me and Liv, we're going all the way. Go Frogs, Riff Ram Bazoo, TCU. Let's go. That is my thought. So, we've got some interesting thoughts. Georgia and Tennessee still have yet to play each other. That's true. Only one of them can make it. But I don't know. I feel like Alabama's going to take one more loss. They almost lost to Texas. I think they are going to take another loss. And Georgia and Tennessee are going to edge out of the SEC into the college football playoff. Even though they play each other, I think that's what's going to happen. I think, that's that. Also, Freddie said Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, or Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State already showed that they can't keep up with the Horned Frogs unless they went out and then they beat TCU in the Big 12 championship game, which I don't think is going to happen. Then that's the only way that could happen. But even if they do, I don't see them getting into the college football playoff. Even if it's expanded maybe down the road. But all right, guys, who do you think won? Is it myself? Is it Stathead? Is it King Caw? Drop your votes there. Polls are live. Spend all your channel points. Yeah, all that jazz. I'll be honest, like, it's looking grim for you guys.
Wow.
Oh! Kyle's spinning all his channel points over there.
I'm not even gonna. I have a lot of points, but
Stathead is pulling away. Wow.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Oh wow! Come on,
right.
get in there and vote. Use those channel points. This is atrocious. God. Wow.
He's just going ham. That's not.
It wasn't me.
Fun.
He's just over here like this. He's just like this.
A lot of points, but. Yep, I'm going now. I'm doing it
like
too.
This.
Let's just let's bring it up. There it is.
Are we button mashing? Are we having a button mash off? I'll do it.
This
is what me and AJ did in season, by the way.
Yeah,
when
most of those votes, totally.
It was If you go back to season 2 and look at the votes, it was just me and AJ spamming. Oh, you how? What is this power?
You can just like hear my mouse.
They're literally watching us spam this, guys. This is sad. I'm sorry.
Get in there and vote yourselves. Come on.
Absolutely broken. We've day one.
Yeah,
we've broken this.
We gotta take away channel points, but I feel like channel points is really fun though.
It is.
I'm not even voting anymore. It is what it is. Guys, what'd you guys think? First show. We're gonna keep this going next week. I'm excited. Excited to see what else we got here. The winner is the button mashing AJ King Ka with a comeback win from behind over Stathead.
Last one to start button mashing.
Yeah, you did it. I'm proud of you. Anyway, guys, we are so excited that you guys tuned in to the very first premiere episode of the M4Arcade show. Again, each and every week you can join myself, Stathead, and AJ Ka right here. And don't forget to check out other shows happening here on the network tomorrow night. You've got AJ King Ka and his beautiful co-host, Jose Ruckus, taking the stage for Don't Cause a Ruckus on Wednesday night. Make sure you go check out that show at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Am I correct? 8 p.m. Eastern? Is that right? No.
No.
Or is it 9 p.m. Eastern? I don't know.
It's I'm pretty sure.
9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central. Go check it out. Don't Cause a Ruckus.
Specific? 6 Pacific.
Sometime on the clock. Go check
the calendar. 8 East, the Central, and 9 Eastern.
And then also make sure you guys tune in to the fan-controlled show, Hot Dog Water, this Thursday. Go get yourself some hot dog water with Makuga and the boys, the commish, of course, Jeff Kanata, and maybe Patrick Dees. Maybe.
We all know
you never know with that guy.
Smells like that.
Hot dog water?
Yep.
In fact, Jose Ruckus, hot dog guy.
He is a hot dog guy. You're right. Which, let's go ahead and end the show by airing that Don't Cause a Ruckus trailer. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Peace out and good night. We'll see you next week right here at the M4Arcade.
Don't cause a ruckus. We talking that talk, it's spitting them facts. We setting them traps and cracking them bags. We got all the news, we know all the stories. We start from the bottom, rise up to the glory. We say what your local reporters can't say. We break down the X's and O's on the play and replace. AJ, King, Con, and Jose Ruckus. We call it right on the first take and they love us. Yeah, we the best when it comes to sports debate. Find the podcast and let it play. If we get you in your feelings, that's okay. AJ and Jose send you on your way like, bruh, don't cause a ruckus. We just call it how we see it, big bro.